Hello friends, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please click on the subscribe button and do not forget to press the bell icon. Welcome back to our channel friends, this is Sonia here and I'm super excited that I'm back with another video on nameplate. Now here is a plain base and first I'm going to stick the names which I want to have and yes, I have done so many videos on nameplates and this has something really different here. Now in this one first I'm going to do my name sticking work, then I'll do some texture work and then I'll be doing the decoupage work and then there will be so much of color blending. Now to stick this one paper, I have used my DIY decoupage glue and once this dries out really well, then we will move on to the next step. But as this takes time, so I'm using my heat gun to dry this up completely. Now I have not prepped up my base at all here. Now the reason is that I am going to play around with some of the textures. Now once my paper has dried out completely, it's time to prep up the base, the remaining areas, and of course I'm going to overlap some of the gesso on my name surface area also. Now I am using a white gesso and yes, you need to make sure that you cover up your complete base properly. Like it should be prepped up really well because we are going to play around with so much of colors and textures here. Now whenever you are making a nameplate and when you are making with your nameplate with this not very thin but comparatively thin kind of board, it is going to happen that the board is going to bend when you are working on it. Don't be afraid, don't be don't take too much of tension that how it is going to work out, how you are going to work out, because once everything dries out well after your varnish and everything, within a day you will realize that it has become again the flat one. So this happens with the thin MDF bases on which you are working. So that is something which you should keep in mind, that while working, if you feel that it has bent, do not worry, do not do anything, you don't have to press it too much. Within a day or two after it dries out, it is going to straighten out completely. Now here I'm done with my gesso work and I'm cleaning up my tables. So before starting my decoupage work, I always make sure that my tables are clean so that I don't ruin my decoupage napkins at all. Now in this kind of nameplate, you cannot work with the decoupage papers if you are going to overlap it on the name printout which you have taken. But if you are planning to do the naming on the top of it, then absolutely you can use any of the decoupage paper or your tissues or the printouts, whatever you want to use. Now this is the napkin which I want to use and this has some really beautiful colors. I absolutely love the dark and the lighter blue. So I was not able to decide that to go in which way. Then finally I thought that the center blue part is going to look beautiful. Now I am going to trim this down with my scissor as there is no detailing cut work I have to do. So I will straight away cut this with my scissors. Once I'm done with cutting off my scissors, then of course I'm going to remove the ply before that. But before we do some sticking work, we have too much of texture work to do on our nameplate. Now this is the stencil which I'm going to use and this is my DIY modeling paste. Of course I have already uploaded a video on how to make your DIY modeling paste, your DIY texture paste, your gessos and everything. You can check my channel and see all those videos. Now wherever I have the names, I'm going to leave that part. Now on the most of the remaining areas, I'm going to do my texture work. And the reason why I am not doing it on my name is because earlier I had done that, and trust me friends, like then again highlighting your names becomes very difficult. It was really difficult for me, although I could do it, but it was so time taking. So that's the reason I'm just leaving up the areas wherever I have to write the names, and on the rest of the areas I'm going to completely cover it up with my modeling paste.
Passé à deux doigts de nos lèvres, deux doigts si fins que j'ai presque pu le goûter. Le bonheur à sculpter de son ciseau de fer, des souvenirs impossibles à effacer. Le bonheur est passé à deux doigts de nos lèvres, deux doigts si fins que j'ai presque pu le goûter.
Everything has dried out so well, and now it's time to have my decoupage tissue on this. Now I'll remove my ply and I'm going to stick this on my nameplate. Now I have already done a video that why you need to remove the plies of your decoupage napkins before sticking that. I did that on a stone and I have already shown you, so do check that so that you know all these technical details before starting your project. Now again, I will be using my DIY decoupage glue and I will make sure that I apply generous amount of decoupage glue. You need to also make sure that before applying any of your mediums on your modeling paste has dried out completely. Otherwise, what happens is, if you add any of the decoupage glue or your Mod Podge or any of the paint sprays or anything, it starts smudging, and that is not a good thing at all, because then you are not going to get the good textured effect on your base. Now sticking this was a little tricky. I was really afraid that how I'm going to do it. So in the camera you will see like there were a few wrinkles here and there, but just because of my texture I was saved. Like you cannot see any of the wrinkles later on. Of course, with my flat brush I will like press it really well. I'll make sure that I stick my napkin really well to my base. Now this is not a plain base, it has so much of texture on it, so I have to make sure that it sticks really well to my base. And here I have taken a very broad flat brush, and with the help of this I'm going to stick my napkin very nicely on my complete nameplate. Now friends, I really don't know how that I could not take up the video of when I was trimming down the extra napkin and when I did this yellow color, but don't worry, later on I'm going to add some more yellow color to it, so you will see the technique. Now here I have this wax color which I'm going to do. This is just to highlight my texture paste. Now I'm just dabbing this color with my finger on my nameplate, and I'm just doing this on my texture paste areas, and I'm going to highlight this a little more. Now here with the 0 number brush, I am going to paint my black color on the names, and this is just to make sure that they are really highlighted. They should pop out well, because this is something because of which we are making this nameplate. After your acrylic paint has also dried out, we are going to do our varnish here. Now this is something really tricky. Like usually we have always seen using the varnish at the end, but here I am using my varnish so that whatever the work I have done here has been sealed up properly, and even my acrylic names have sealed up properly. Here I am using a dye based ink pad, and with this I am just giving a nice textured effect and the rustic effect. Now here you can see that on the right hand side the border has some nice dark edges, and I'm going to repeat the same on my complete nameplate. Now with the same ink pad I'm also going to highlight my textured work. So what you have to do is take up any of your favorite ink pads, rub it on your textured areas, and here you can see that the textured area is like having a nice edges colored with the ink pad, and that looks beautiful. That looks absolutely gorgeous, and this really helps in giving it a nice rustic and vintage look and a bit of highlight to your texture work. Like I had said that I'm going to add some more of yellow color. So here this is this was looking a little more darker, so I just thought that adding a more of yellow color is going to brighten it up, and with the blue the yellow color goes so well. So I have just spread my plain water on my complete nameplate, and I'm just highlighting my textured areas with this. So I am going to do some of the coloring on the names also, but very quickly with a damp cloth or with any of your wet wipes or your normal regular plain tissues, you can remove all the excessive colors from whichever areas you want. Now here on my names some of the yellow color was there, and I did not wanted my names to be like smudged with any other colors. So with a napkin I am just removing all the excessive colors, and rest of the textured areas of course I am going to highlight it.
À deux doigts de nos lèvres, de doigts si fins que j'ai presque pu le goûter, le bonheur à sculpter, de son ciseau de fer, des souvenirs impossibles à effacer. Le bonheur est passé à deux doigts de nos lèvres, de doigts si fins que j'ai presque pu le goûter, le bonheur à sculpter, de son ciseau de fer, des souvenirs impossibles à effacer. Que j'ai presque pu le goûter.
So with this my nameplate is done, and of course once everything has dried out I am using my varnish, and I am going to have good 2-3 coats of varnish in this. So I really hope friends that you all loved this video, and I hope I could inspire you to create something new. Of course I am sharing few more pictures at the end. Do enjoy that, and please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching guys. Take care. Bye bye.